Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. And I'm just checking in on you. How are you, everybody? What's going on? Oh, my goodness. Have you been watching the Boston Bruins? I tried to watch them, but I got the kids, so I only got through part of the first period there last night. Don't tell me what happened. We were 5-0. We 6-0. I don't know, but I also switched over because I watched both game sevens. Congratulations to the the Texas Rangers. They have never won a fucking World Series, and I'm going to say that they've been in the league since about 1974. They've gone about 0 for 50. That's a good fucking question. How long have the Texas Rangers... Hey, Siri! Fucking eavesdropping cunt. All right. Texas Rangers. I'm going to fucking look up their history here, man. So they won. They won the first two games in Houston. Right? And everybody's like, wow, this is going to be a quick series. And then they lost the next three in Arlington to go back, and everybody was just like, there's no fucking way. There's no way that these guys are going to fucking, win two games in Houston. And what do? They win two games in Houston. All right, Texas Rangers, established in 1961, based in Arlington since 1970. Were they one of the original Senators? Yes. Texas Rangers, 1972 to present, but they were the Washington Senators, 1961 to 71. Now, the interesting thing about the Washington Senators is the first Senators team, I think the first one went to Minnesota and became the Twins. And then they had the second Senators team, they went back again, thinking that they could sustain a team there, and they couldn't, and then they became the Texas Rangers. That is right. So they've been around. Basically, that franchise has been around since 1961. So for 62 years, 63 seasons, whatever you call them, the Washington Senators or the Texas Rangers, they have not won jack squat. I'm trying to think I think they've been to one World Series. Maybe. Let's see what we got here. AL pennants. Oh, no, they've won it 3 times. 2010 and 2011. Oh, they lost back-to-back years. Was it the Giants they lost to? And then what do we got here? They won some division titles. They got some wild card. They're a wild card team. Well, there you go. All right. So anyway, I'm watching the game, and the color commentator, John Smoltz, all right, who was on one of the greatest pitching staffs of all time. They don't have the hardware to show it. They only got one World Series out of it. I don't know how that happened, but it definitely was not the problem of the pitching staff. It was definitely the run support, because they basically were coming up there, John Smoltz, Greg Maddux. I'm too old to remember the other two, but any one of them, every year was in the running for a Cy Young, if not 2 out of the 4. They were amazing. They were fucking amazing. I'd say the Baltimore Orioles pitching staff, I put them up against any of those from the 60s and 70s. John Smoltz was talking about the Houston Astros, and he said, they're a dynasty. And I'm thinking, they're a dynasty? What are we doing here? What do you mean they're a dynasty? And then he goes, their first championship was complicated. And I'm like, what do you mean it was complicated? They had a camera in the fucking outfield wall, and they were wearing a wire. They cheated their fucking ass. They were fucking a dirtbag piece of shit fucking team. There was nothing complicated about it. It was pretty cut and dry that they were cheating pieces of shit, and I don't know why that they count that. And this is the deal, though. And I fucking stand behind this, that when you do some ticky-tack misdemeanor cheating, that shit will never go away. Never goes away. But when you cheat at a fucking level that is so bad, it actually makes the league look bad, all right? It's swept under the fucking rug. And there's like a gag order and you don't talk about it. So Albert Bell, no matter what the fuck he did, people are going to bring up the cork bat. Right? Like that type of shit. The Patriots, no matter what they did, oh, they let a cunt hair out of the ball, Deflategate, Spygate. They'll bring that up for fucking ever. But when you cheat at this fucking level, you know, like what the Astros, that was complicated. There was a lot of layers to it. Oh, was there? Was there? Oh, wow. Like, I kind of thought we had all the answers to the test there. You know what else was complicated? Was the Lakers when they played the fucking Sacramento Kings and there was a mobbed up ref that fixed the fucking series. You never hear anybody talking about that. Right? That just, you know, it's just one guy. Oh, so I'm the patsy. And then that just fucking ends. I'm telling you. So anyway, evidently, I've learned two things this year. In sports, the Houston Astros' first title was not cheating. It was complicated. And then I also learned that I, as a white man, cannot handle the fact that Deion Sanders is a confident black man being successful head coaching the Colorado fucking whatever he's coaching. I mean, it's weird because I thought I was a fan. I thought I was excited. I thought I had his poster on my wall as a kid, but evidently I didn't. Evidently I can't handle it. Evidently every Trump supporter is standing in a trailer park. You know, evidently every liberal in Hollywood is going to be a different sex on Monday. You know, that just, you know. Evidently, every New England Patriots fan is eating fucking, you know, lobster right next to a lighthouse. I'm telling you, I think like all of these things just after a while, I don't even think it's like, just becomes like lazy reporting. Like, there's plenty of decent people that just go to a sporting event in Philadelphia, you know, but like that's not the story of their town. So what they do is they go around and they try to find the biggest fucking animal. And you can find that anywhere. I went to a Buffalo Bills game. I was out there in the tailgate. Everybody is not jumping on tables, but that's what they film. Kitchen. They're like, these people are crazy. You know, a lot of people, you know, they're too old to do that. They're just coming there. They watched OJ play. I'm completely off the map here, the rails here. So here's my question for you guys. What do you think constitutes a dynasty? Because when I was growing up, a dynasty was you had to win 3 in a row. Or like the Pittsburgh Steelers won 4 in 6 years. Went back-to-back twice, won 4 in 6 years. But they were never really called a dynasty. They were called the team of the 70s. But like the Oakland A's winning 3 in a row, they were a dynasty. The New York Yankees, 98, 99, 2000 was a dynasty. What was the A's? 72, 73, 74. The Montreal Canadiens was a dynasty. 76 to 79. The Islanders, 80 to 84. That was a dynasty. The Celtics or the Lakers would have had a dynasty in the 80s, but they were too busy beating on each other. The Lakers had a dynasty. They won 3 in a row, 2000 to 2003. And then I remember the first time not winning 3 in a row, the first time I heard it being called a dynasty and people were like, what the fuck, was when the Patriots won in 2001, Buccaneers won in 2002, and then we won in 03 and 04. And they called it a dynasty, and that was when the old school people were like, well, it's not a dynasty. You got to win 3 in a row. And then it's kind of like, well, you know. And I think part of it's just because, you know, the level of parity in the NFL now, I think there's a reason why nobody's ever won 3 Super Bowls in a row. Like the level of parity is fucking insane. So, oh, fuck, I spilled my water. I think I can go with, I would even say in baseball, just because players didn't jump around, the magnitude of players, superstars didn't jump around, certainly the way they do it in the NBA, baseball, football, and all of that type of stuff. So this is what I think. I think if you win 3 in 5 years, That's about as far as I'll go. All right, because there's people like 3 and 7 years as a dynasty. It isn't. You might be the most dominant team of a decade if you win 3. Like, I don't consider the San Francisco Giants. Didn't they win one every other year? 2010, 2012, 2014. A dynasty is just we have the championship and nobody else does, and we're holding on to it for at least 3 fucking years. And you guys are going to forget. The whole rest of the league is going to forget what it feels like. And they'll all be jealous and all of that type of shit. I don't know. But whatever. But that was really fascinating to me. Complicated. It's complicated. So anyway, was hanging out with my lovely wife this morning and everything was going good. And then one little thing just sort of set me off. You know, I love what women do is when you fucking, right as you're ready to get going, they just go like, I'm not listening to this. This conversation is over. And they just walk out and they just leave you at the height of your fucking anger. That worked out really good for me today. You know what I did with it? With that fucking heightened emotion, I went out to the garage like it was 1988 again. I put on AC/DC Highway to Hell. I lifted weights for a fucking hour, or for the whole album, and then I played drums. And that's what I used to do in the late 80s. I used to work in a warehouse all day long. I would come home, I would lift weights, and then I would ride my bike, and then I would play drums. And then that was it. And then I would watch a fucking game. I was living at home with my parents. That's how fucking simple my life was. And I actually worked like less than a mile away from my house. If I could go back then, you know, just for a fucking week, it'd be like, even unloading the trucks would be like a vacation. That's all I did. And then on Friday and Saturday nights, I would get fucking somebody get me a case of Budweiser, or one of my friends would do it, and we would go out and get absolutely shit-faced and then just drive around drunk. That was essentially, that was my life. And I used to work out. I would lift weights to Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction for the whole fucking album. Then I would get on my drums and then play to the album. Evidently, I do have a read this week. It's, the old reliable. It's Stamps.com, everybody. You know, the holiday rush means more mailing, shipping for your business. But it doesn't have to mean more stress. Stamps.com has been helping businesses like yours save time and money for over 25 years. And it can help you get ready for the holiday ramp-up. All you need is Stamps.com's premium rates for all your postage needs. Your own personal post office, wherever you are. With Stamps.com, all you need is a computer and a printer. They even send you a free scale so you'll have everything you need to get started. I always feel like you're selling drugs when they say you got a computer, a printer, you can weigh out your shit and get it out to the junkies. Now taking care of orders on the go is even easier with the Stamps.com mobile app. If you need a package pickup, you can easily schedule it through your Stamps.com dashboard. And if you sell products online, Stamps.com seamlessly connects with every major marketplace and shopping cart. What is going on with my stomach? I had a healthy lunch. It's all fucking jumbling around here. Premium discount and supplies at your fingertips. Running low? Orders, shipping, and mailing supplies, labels, and even printers from the supply store get a huge carrier discount up to 84% off all USPS and United States Postal UPS rates to help your bottom line. Plus, Stamps.com automatically tells you your cheapest and fastest shipping options. Your postage partner for the last 25 years. For 25 years. Doesn't even seem 25 years. What, beginning of the fucking internet? Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses. Get access to the USPS and UPS services you need right now from your computer anytime, day or night. No lines, no traffic, no waiting. Get your business ready for the holiday rush. Get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with the promo code Burr for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and enter the code Burr, B-U-R-R. I also rode a bike. Like, how did I have all of that fucking energy? Maybe I didn't ride it every day. I can't remember. I got addicted to riding my bicycle one year, man. And I rode that thing fucking everywhere. And I remember one time I just kept expanding how big the loop was where I was riding. And at one point I went on this bike ride and I went like 3 towns over and I was going by Walpole State Prison, which they changed to Cedar Junction. And that was the joke that they tried to make it sound like a train station, you know? And I'd always heard about athletes like hitting a wall. And I had never done that before. And I was riding on that bike and, you know, fucking 80s, didn't stretch, no fluids. And I was about 18 miles into this bike ride. Around the 20th mile, I just hit a wall. And I was just like, how am I going to get home? Because I was still like 8 miles from home. So I had to pull over at a little convenience store. And what do? You buy some Gatorade, which, by the way, is banned in a bunch of European countries because the level of sodium that's in it. Gatorade is the liquid form of like taking an ice bath as far as like overkill. You know what I mean? Like that's for like if you're like Kellen Winslow and you're all cramped up and they're carrying you off the field after you played a professional sporting event for 3 hours. Gatorade is good for you. You know what I mean? But if you're just like hungover and shit, I guess it has a dangerous level of fucking sodium. So much so that it's banned in these countries, right? You'd never hear that over here because all the politicians are too busy insider trading and making $20 million fucking dollars. That cunts. But that's because of the liberal. That's because of conservatives. No, it isn't. It's because of corporations. Anyway, so I just stopped at this convenience store, Christie's. I don't even know if they still have those, or Cumberland Farms, and I got like a fucking Gatorade, and I drank that, and then I had like a slush puppy, a blue one, if I remember, to get some sugar in me, and then it sort of came back, and then I just sort of, no pun intended, gingerly rode my bike home, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And that is the only time in my life I've ever pushed myself far enough physically that I actually hit that wall, but it was literally to the point where my body was just like, nope. No, get off the bike. And I'm like, really? And then my body was like, yes. And I could have kept going. There's this thing where you sort of like push through it, but I didn't know how to do that. So I had to like pull over and take a rest. And that's that story. For some reason, I just kind of lost confidence in that story right towards the end. It's like, did I just talk? Like, was that story longer than the actual bike ride? So anyway, oh my God, and the Philadelphia Phillies. That was the team I was sort of, I was rooting for them. But there was something about them. They reminded me of the 2004 Boston Red Sox, where a bunch of beards, bunch of fucking animals, and everybody hated our team, you know what I mean? At least the Yankee fans fucking hated us. Like, what's with the beards? They fucking hated that they had beards and stuff. It was like, what's better than your fucking team? You dumbass shit sitting there going like, oh, you're a New York Yankee, so you have to get like a cop haircut and be clean shaven. That's so stupid. I just thought that's like, you know what that reminded me of? That was like a Notre Dame move. You know, Notre Dame is as dirty as any other football program out there, and they try to act like they're not because Jesus loves them the best. Like no one's doing steroids. No one's fucking, getting some recruit a hooker. Come on. There's millions of dollars at stakes. All right, there's drugs and there's hookers, even with Jesus. I mean, Jesus got a hooker, right? Didn't he do that? The fuck was the hooker's name? Marley or something like that? I can't remember. That was like the Yankees. We're clean cut and we're clean shaven. And then what? Am I supposed to sit there and think that you're decent people? That you're somehow a cut above the rest of baseball? Go fuck yourself. I watched you guys in the 70s. All right, the whole team looked like they could have been extras on Barney Miller. They all had fucking mustaches. Goose Gossage, Catfish Hunter, Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson had a fro. Don't act like you made it like he fucking came in there and you told Reggie how he was going to have his hair. Billy Martin had a mustache. You know what's funny is how much I fucking hated those guys. And now I think back and I love them. I love Chris Chambliss. Bucky Dent I'll never like, and not because of the home run, which is now hilarious to me. It's because he was just a good looking guy, pretty boy. Greg Nettles diving down the fucking line. I remember that whole goddamn team. Oscar Gamble, was he on that team? Some of it. No, Bob Lemon. Oh, I know. And then they had like the fucking. He had the hero jaw. Lou Piniella. There's a tough fucking guy. Do you know when I went to the Masters a couple of years ago? I saw him. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Lou, and he gave a big wave. Looked like he was really happy. That fucking guy. That's one of those guys, like all the teammates, any team he coached, they were all like, I'd run through a fucking wall for that guy. Have you noticed like coaches, the way they look is changing now that it's becoming about analytics and numbers? Used to be like these strong-jawed, barrel-chested guys that even when they were in their 60s, you'd look at them like, I'm not fucking with that guy. Like even Bill Parcells, who when he would be at his most out of shape, you still wouldn't fuck with that guy. Right? If old Bill got his fucking tuna hands around your neck, that was it. That was it. The press was afraid of him. Mike Ditka, Chuck Noll, John Madden, Bum Phillips, all of those guys, even the guys that were in shape, like was that Coach Reeves out there? He just had he looked like a fucking astronaut. All of those guys, it's like I'm not fucking with any of them. There was some dirtbag looking guys, but generally speaking, like they were like big dudes. Now it's like the math team. Fucking math team is out there, I'm not saying everybody's like that, but like that coach on the Dolphins. Like if I didn't know he was a head coach and you said, guess what this guy does, I'd be like, I don't know. And is he an engineer? Is he making a fucking, I don't know, some inroads to stem cell research? He does not look like a football guy. And he's down there crushing it. So anyway, Billy pull-ups. Billy did 7 pull-ups today. 7 pull-ups. I'm getting myself back to where I need to be. Because I have 2 long-term bets on the books, all right? I have that when I'm 70 years old, I'll be able to do 10 pull-ups, all right? And then the other one I have is that Kyler Murray at some point is going to have a weight problem coming into a new season. There's something about him, something about his face. I know he's in great shape, but I think he's just in great shape because he's young. But when he gets into his 30s and the metabolism starts slowing down, there's something about his face. I feel like that guy likes junk food. It's the most random fucking bet. I had another one. I bet something about Rex Ryan that was along those lines. I can't remember. So I got $200 on the 10 pull-ups, and I got $200 that Kyler Murray is going to have a weight issue. Which I shouldn't say this out loud because if this ever got to him, that would give him motivation, and then I would lose the fucking bet. But I'm telling you, he has that I'm going to be fat face. Just my prediction. Anyway, I'm going to be in Reno, Nevada. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. I love that arch that says the biggest little town in America. They shot Kingpin there. They still have the Pro Bowler tour comes through there. Bizarre Guitar and Gun Shop. All of that stuff. I'm going up there with Joe Bartnick. It's just going to be, and it's also just, it's a one and done. Fly up the night before, come back the day after, bing, bang, boom. It's all good. Looking forward to that. So I think there's only might be sold out, but there might be a few tickets left. I got to get better about promoting my dates. It's something that I'm supposed to do, but I don't do it. So go see me there. And I was doing some radio and some media shit I got a gig coming up in Atlanta in hot Atlanta. I got New York City. I got a bunch of shit. I got Norfolk, Virginia. I got Atlanta. I got Hollywood, Florida. I got a nice little stocking stuffer for my wife. So I already have that. And then I know what I want to get my son. I know what I want to get my daughter. My son I already ordered. My daughter, I got to get her a new bicycle. She's outgrown her bicycle. So I got to get her, I think like blue's her favorite color. And I'm thinking that's a good color too. So when my son, when she moves on for that, I can give him the bike. As I still do that. I do that hand-me-down shit. This fucking crap where everybody gets their own stuff. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay? The oldest gets the new thing, and then the youngest gets the hand-me-down, and it builds character. That's how it was. I mean, I never, there was no shame in hand-me-downs when I was growing up. I used to sit there looking at my older brother when he had a cool shirt. Like, I was happy for him because I knew in 2 years I was getting it, And then I'd see it on my younger brother, and I would be, fuck, man, I outgrew that shirt. I fucking love that shirt, So I know when I'm getting them. Like my son plays drums. He loves it. He's into it. My daughter plays too, but she's more into like other things. So, I got a bunch of drums with my kit. So I'm going to get like a little 20-inch bass drum. It's fucking adorable. Then I got a little rack tom and a little floor tom, and I'm going to have them facing each other. And I'm going to teach him how to play his first beat. And then I'm just going to leave him alone and see what he does. Cause he like dances when he plays, like he's rolling his shoulders and stuff, and he'll be just like wailing on the snare and, doing accents with like the fucking toms and the cymbals. And then sometimes he just stops playing and he's still sort of dancing with his shoulders, and he starts playing again. And I'm like, oh my God, he already understands. Like, it's not what you play. Sometimes it's like what you don't play. Of course, I'm projecting all of this stuff, but like, and then what I wanted to get them together that, my wife said no to, which is probably right. They're not big enough yet. It's sports related. I think that's why she said no. Do you know that? Remember that fucking hockey game that you played? You stood up and it's like foosball. It had those things, but you were playing hockey and it had the big plastic thing over it, and it had like the announcer and all of that. You can buy one of those, and then you can pick the team. So I would of course pick Bruins and Canadians. Oh God! Speaking of that, my daughter, because we've been watching like sports and stuff, she was going like, so who's the team for like Massachusetts? And I was saying, oh, it's the Boston Red Sox, because I was watching baseball. And she goes, and who likes the Yankees? I said, that's New York City. And then she goes, all right. She goes, well, I'm from Los Angeles. Who's their team? And I was like, oh God, I knew this was going to happen. But she is from Los Angeles, so I'm not going to be a douche. And I don't mind the Dodgers. So I'm like, it's the Dodgers. So she's like, all right, then that's my team. I go, you don't like the Red Sox? She goes, no, I like the Red Sox first, but I also like the Dodgers. I'm like, that's all right. It's just going to kill me if she likes the Lakers. But here's another thing too. It's just fucking sports, and that's one of the advantages of being an old dad. If I was younger, that really would have bothered me. And now I'm just like, who gives a fuck? It's just a bunch of people putting a ball through a fucking hoop. What do I care? Right? You root if you want to. I'll root who I want to. I don't give a fuck. So, anywho, do I have any advertising? I don't think I have any advertising for this week. Right? I do not. And we're almost at the end here. Got an amazing espresso this morning from this coffee shop that I hadn't been to in a while. And they have basically the best espresso within the vicinity of my house. They're just a little out of the way, but it was definitely worth the trip. And, I got, one of those Italian little fucking coffee makers when I worked out in Springfield, and I saw this video on Instagram on how you're supposed to use it. If you have one, okay, you fill up the strainer. You don't want to pack it with the coffee, but you're supposed to boil the water first all right? And then pour it in. You're supposed to pour hot water in, not room temperature water, because some of it, as it's heating up, is going to go through your coffee and it won't be at the right temperature. It's really wild. And then when it starts percolating, you're supposed to have the top open. Because I'm sitting there going like, how the fuck do I know when this shit's done? You're supposed to have the top open. And I got to watch the video again. There's something, if it's boiling too much when it comes out, take it off the heat, because you'll it'll affect the taste of the coffee. So I'm going to go give that a try. I saved the video. I'm just babbling this week, people. I'm actually in a great mood because of the support you guys gave me on something that, because it's a project that I did, but this strike thing, and I really believe in this strike. And the greed that these people are showing on the other side is just it's disgusting. Which I just don't understand. I don't understand why you want to have all the money. I'll be honest with you, I just don't even understand business. I don't get how, why it can't be like, hey, we both make money and we're both happy. That's not how it works. It's like, no, I have to fuck you. I got to fuck you to make myself feel like I'm winning. It's just a fucking awful way that business is, but it is what it is. So anyway, that is the podcast. Enjoy your weekend, you cunts, and I will talk to you on Monday.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, October 26, 2015. What's going on? How are you? Is everything good with you? Did you have a good weekend? Oh, God bless you. God bless. Everything good with the family? Oh, God bless you. I am in beautiful downtown Detroit, Michigan. I know some of you probably laughed because you hear all that fucking shit about Detroit all the time. This fucking city is awesome. It can be scary. I'm not going to lie to you, but every time I come here, it gets a little bit better. And, it's kind of a fucking exciting thing, It's one of our great cities here. It sits here right by the lake, right? Lake Erie, beautiful goddamn city. I like when you go through Detroit is you always see a bunch of Cadillacs, Buicks, even though those fucking cunts left this place. I swear to God, man, I don't know who's at fault for that shit, if it really is just the corporate greed or if the unions became just such cunts that it was cheaper. I always go with the corporate guys being assholes because, basically if you didn't have the unions, we'd have sweatshop labor in this country, right? So then they just went, but then the unions became, oh my God, the unions have horrible reputations, which is well earned, isn't it? Oh, it always starts out with a good idea, doesn't it? Some theaters I go to are union, some aren't. And sometimes the unions are cool, and sometimes they're not. Fucking guys just sitting there on a chair. It's like, dude, why would you do that? Just go in the back and play cards. I'm sitting there looking, knowing that I'm fucking paying you and you're not doing anything. I don't know. Look at me. I'm all over the map right now. Anyways, that's one of the worst fucking things we ever did was, I don't know. We allowed all of that fucking industry to leave this country. So fucking stupid. We should still be here making those cars, right? You can feel good about it. You know what? I saw more goddamn Buick Regals. They brought that car back, and it looks fucking cool, right? Buicks always had cool front grills, but just grossly underpowered. That'd be a great car to fucking, to redo. Just pull the whole fucking drivetrain out and put a new suspension in it. Just, have yourself a fucking sleeper. Right? Keep those granny looking fucking tires and rims. Just like that. What was that movie? What was that movie Ryan Gosling was in it? He would pause 30 seconds to deliver his line. He had that Mona Lisa smile he always has. Or was it Mona Lisa? It's mozzarella. Regat, right? I always thought it was ricotta cheese. I guess regat. I'm learning all this shit from fucking Verzi and Joe Bartnick, the two half Italians that are on the fucking bus. Dude, listening to Italians talking about food is one of the funniest fucking things ever. But then after about like 15 minutes, it's as annoying as listening to somebody who's talking about their kid that you don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you can't believe. So then little Joey came in, right, and he had his little slippers on. He was so cute. And I said, Joey, do you know what time it is? And he said it was 14 o'clock. Isn't that funny? That doesn't exist. You just got to sit there and be like, I don't give a shit about that little snot-nosed kid. Right? Then you get fucking Bartnick and Verzi, when we were in Pittsburgh and we played Heinz Hall, they went to some fucking Italian deli in the morning and came back with all these cheeses. And they came back with this, was it Capicola? A.K.A. Gabagoo, which was fucking unreal. I guess it comes from the neck of the pig. You wouldn't think that would be any good. They came back with spicy Gabagoo over here. And it was fucking amazing. But they wouldn't shut up. I guess it comes from the shoulder or the neck, I should say. They wouldn't shut up about it. They're going, Bill. And in the corner, they had a whole section. It was just cheeses. They had provolone, mozzarella, gabagoo, fucking going on and on. Okay, and then we're standing there, and then Joe, I pull out this piece of bread, Bill, and I hand it to Joe, and he squeezes it. And he nodded at me. Dude, it was like a mafia hitman telling somebody was going to get whacked. Right, and then you think it's over. And then we go over to the other side. Then they had all these olives. They had spicy olives. They had olives with garlic in it. And I was like, I'm getting the spicy one. And then Joe's like, oh, I'm getting the fucking garlic. And then they had all these wines. You're like, all right, I get it. Jesus Christ. I fucking get it. I see it. It's right here. Try that, dude. Try it. Sharp provolone. Go ahead. Take a piece of that. No. Put it on the bread. Put a little gabagoo on there. I'm fucking around. It's actually hilarious, but they just wouldn't shut up about the place. And the food was unbelievably delicious. They're fucking great. Okay, but you can understand, I'm German-Irish, all right? We just put shit in a pot, you boil it, and then you think about either drinking or eliminating a race of people. That's the family tree that I come from. All right? There's nothing about food. It's probably just all jealousy, man. The fucking food was unreal. You know what's funny? Verzi made me a plate. We're on the bus, right? And he makes me a plate. And I can tell, he's got his back to me, and I can tell just the way he's laying it out. He's so fucking excited. He wants me to love it as much as he loves it, right? So I fucking, he gives it to me. I start eating, and it's fucking delicious. And I didn't realize he's waiting for me to say it's delicious because I'm so busy eating it because it's delicious. And then he just sort of like, just was looking at me. He goes, how is it? Is it good? And I spit take, bursted out fucking laughing. I was like, yeah, dude, it's delicious. He was like, all right, good. Like he was almost like, I don't know. Why do Italians give a fuck that much about food and everybody else doesn't? They pretend to. Nobody gives a fuck. That's why their food is so fucking unbelievable. It's the best food on the planet. You know? It's fucking... if you start to make a meal and there's an Italian person in the fucking room, if you start fucking it up, they'll get emotional. Like, oh, no, what are you doing? No. You want to put the fucking... What's your job to do? You just like, dude, you just do it. You just get over here. You know what I mean? It'd be like if I started playing drums and a black guy walked in. I'd be like, all right, dude, here's the sticks. You just do it. I don't know why. You're just better. So anyways, I never heard of capicola before. You know? I heard of cabbage. You know? Bratwurst and sausages and all of that fucking shit. You know what's funny? As much as I love Italian food, I'd love some German food right now. Some kraut, some fucking giant goddamn beer stein. Dressed like I'm going to walk out of a cuckoo clock. You know what I mean? The other thing about Germany is we're never going to shake off that World War II shit. We're just never going to do it. You know what I mean? We went too hard. You know, it's over. There's no way. There's certain things that you do, there's no comeback from. I don't give a fuck how good a car you make. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit how good your beer is. I don't give a fuck how good the watches you make. You know what I mean? You pick one wrong guy, and he ruins it. He just fucking ruins. How fucking long? You know what I mean? What about Attila the Hun? Where was he from? That's what happened. He was from some fucking, I don't know, empire, right? Where was that guy from? Was he from Jersey? Let me look up this guy. Oh, who's the guy, the fucking guy, the Impaler? Vladimir the Impaler? Where the fuck was that maniac from? You don't know. Or wherever the fuck he's from doesn't exist anymore, so people can move on. Vladimir the Impaler. That's who they based like Dracula on. Where is it? Vladimir the Impaler. Here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got to tell you something right now. This fucking Detroit Wi-Fi leaves something to be desired. You know what is exciting about fucking... Yeah, it's not going to come up. It's doing that stupid pinwheel. Spinning wheel, turning round. Giving me no internet, you fucking cunt. Trying to read about a douche who stuck wood up your ass. We got no... All right, Vladimir the Impaler was a member of the House of Draculest, some shit. Yeah, this is how they based Dracula. Where was he from? What street? What country was this guy from? Transylvanian noblewoman. That was his wife. House of Dracula, father. I don't give a shit about his dad. Where are they from? Bust of Vladimir. They have a fucking bust of this guy. You know what I mean? You go to Germany, they don't have a bust of Hitler, do they? Bow down. Bust a move, right? Fucking have a little hologram of fucking Hitler doing the Running Man, you know? The thing about it is every other cunt, you know, wherever the fuck they're from, it doesn't exist anymore. Look, I'm imprisonment in Hungary. All right, so there's a country. They put that guy in jail. They didn't fucking impale him. Dude, you ever hear about like impaling? I'm not even going to go through. I'll go through it really quickly. They basically split you up your backside. All right? Grease up a fucking steak. And basically use your body weight to have it go in through the outdoor. Sometimes eventually your body weight, it pierces you through your gut. Sometimes it would come all the way up through the person's fucking mouth. Take like fucking, I don't know, 12 hours to days to die that way. And he used to do it all the fucking time. He had like a whole fucking field of people there. And he'd be sitting there eating some gabagool with the fucking cheese and mozzarella. No one knows where he is. Was he from Romania? You know, they were able to shake it off. If you say, hey, I'm Romanian, what do they think? They think you're a gypsy stealing a fucking wallet in fucking Rome. That's all they think. You know what I mean? You say you're German, do they think about the beer? They think about the cars? No. So he's like, what are you, a Nazi? No, I'm not. I'm a drunk. I don't know how to make a car. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about here. Let's get back to Detroit. So I guess the owner of the Cavaliers or some shit, I probably should have got the guy's fucking name. He bought like fucking like 70 buildings out here. And he's giving major companies breaks to come in here. I guess Google has some offices, Twitter or something like that. And it's starting to build back up again. Now, whether he did it for financial reasons or what, it's the most patriotic thing that's been going on here in a long fucking time. And another cool thing was when I went to Cleveland. Cleveland, like every time I go there, every 2 years, it's making a major comeback. I was joking when I was on stage. They had like flowers going right down the center of the road on one of the roads. That was unheard of 10 fucking years ago when I was out there. I told you, I used to get an escort from the fucking, I don't mean a hula. I had like a cop have to walk me over at the end of the night from the club over to the hotel to make sure I wouldn't get jumped. And Hilarities was the only, only show in town right there. And now that whole fucking street, it looks like the Vegas Strip. And I'm telling you, everybody out there, if you're making some money, don't sleep on the so-called Rust Belt. It's coming back. You can make your fortune there. It'd be cool if there was a way to fucking do it and not displace the people that already live there. You know? If you could somehow buy a fucking building, fix the fucking thing up, and then help out the people that were in it. But it never works out that way, does it? There's got to be a way to do it, right? If you did it, you'd end up on Oprah, right? And she'd sing your name. I don't even know what I'm talking about here. So we've been rolling through here. I am on a fucking bender. All right? Every fucking show I go, I'm not drinking afterwards. And then it just happens to me. I have to break this fucking habit. It's every, you know what I got into on this trip? I got into light beer from Miller. I was never a Miller Lite guy. I fucking hated it. But they brought back the old school bottles that they used to have, those short, squat ones. And when I was coming back from the Notre Dame game, we had them in this fucking ice chest, and they were so goddamn cold, so fucking delicious. It just turned something on. Now I'm like craving it. Last night I was just like, all right, guys, I just want to go home. And I'm fucking right outside the Fox Theater. By the way, which is one of the top 3 theaters I think I've ever played in my life. I'd probably say Carnegie Hall, Chicago Theater, and the Fox Theater in Detroit. Oh, but the Tabernacle in Atlanta's cool. There's so many cool ones. But this one was, we got to the show a little bit late, so I didn't have time to go out and like look at it before the crowd came in. But when I came walking out with the lights down, it was reminding me of like Royal Albert Hall. It's like fucking gigantic. It's one of the biggest places I ever played. And the crowd was amazing. And afterwards, me and Bartnick were hanging out in the lobby. Bartnick selling his CD, and I was taking some pictures and shit, talking to the people down there. And so, we're all talking about, we're going to be good boys. We're not going to go out and blah, 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 blah. And then, I give Verzi a look. He starts fucking laughing. And next thing you know, right around the place, they had a place to get tacos, and they had another place to get fucking drinks and shit. But I was like, no, man. Let's get in the car. Let's just go back to the fucking hotel. All right, they have a little hotel bar there. We'll get one quick one. We'll watch the end of the Panthers fucking Eagles game. We'll go to bed. We'll call it a night. So then we show up. We sit down at the bar. There's some guy sitting there, and it looks like he just sat down and a 4-top just left at the bar. And I found out all of the drinks were his, and he was a chef, and he was trying every drink that this place had, was sampling them or something. This guy, Manny. So next thing you know, we start doing what he's doing, and it was stupid. I just remember Verzi would, you don't mix liquor, right? And we're doing it just because we're laughing because we know it's stupid. And I remember we drank this coffee-flavored tequila. And as Verzi's bringing it up to his lips, he goes, I'm definitely puking tonight. And then he just throws it down the hatch. So the weird thing was, there was so many different kinds of liquors in me. Had a Moscow Mule. I had some Patron. I had some that coffee-flavored Patron. I had one light beer from Miller. Then I had this other shit that had like an orange in it with bourbon in it. And the funny thing was I didn't even feel drunk. I'm going to Verzi I think this shit's watered down. He goes, yeah, it's a good point. I don't really feel drunk either. And then I went upstairs. I got on FaceTime. And I got into a big fight with my wife. And I woke up this morning and I was like, yeah, I guess I was drunk. I was just being mean for no reason. And I'm not a mean drunk. I'm a happy drunk. But when you fucking, cross-pollinating all of those things, I wasn't mean. I was surly. She was like, have you been drinking? I was like, no. That's being an asshole. You know what's funny? She's such a sweetheart. She hung up on me and she apologized to me. So I got to wait till she wakes up because I'm still on East Coast time. I'm gonna apologize to her. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry, so sorry that I drank 50 different kinds of booze, and then I called you, and I was a red cunt. Can you ever forgive me, m'lady? Hey, just letting all you guys know, I still have some leftover posters from that tour that I did up the Northwest. That tour where I got the inner tube standing in the dry riverbed, that one. They will go on sale tomorrow morning. That's Tuesday morning. October 27th, 2015, because God knows you might be listening to this 5 years into the future. How's California doing? Person in 2020? Does it still exist? All right, very limited Northwest posters, less than 50. Also, there will be 75 Bible Belt posters available. They're all autographed, and you can get them off of the merch page on BillBurr.com. All right, now, what did I want to do here? There was something I was going for. Oh, that's right. I got to read a little bit of advertising here. You know? All right. Okay, here we go. We're starting right out of the gate. All right. How many minutes into this are we? 24 minutes. It's 9:54 a.m. All right, this is going to work out good. I got to be on the bus at fucking 11 a.m. And then tonight we're in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I got some relatives coming out to that. As I mentioned, I got relatives in Indiana, Ohio, Michigan. I'm from out these here parts. And so I got speaking of underwears there, Trunk Club and MeUndies, I actually did my laundry, or I had somebody do it for me, you know. I walked like a mile and a half through downtown Detroit yesterday, which is a scary thing for anybody to do. Forget about when you look like a sickly Ron Howard. And I went down and found a laundromat. It's like the greatest fucking feeling when you're on tour is when you get your laundry done. You know what I mean? Is it starting to pile up in your bag? You know, and you got it all fucking twisted up in your fucking grocery bag, you know? And all of a sudden, you're looking and your suitcase is getting all empty looking because everything's fucking dirty. I mean, I went over there, gave him every fucking thing that was dirty, and I am elated now. So that's going to get me through the rest of the tour. But when I get to Chicago, I'm going to get my laundry done again, because I hate having dirty laundry in my fucking luggage. It's just fucking gross, you know? And you just pay somebody else to do it. Don't be a cheap cunt, all right? I went down there. It was $1.50 a pound, minimum 10-pound thing. And I went down there with just my fucking MeUndies, yeah, my motherfucking socks, right? That's all I brought down there, right? Because they're going to dry everything on high, you know? They're going to dry everything on high, so you can't give them anything that's going to fucking shrink. So you don't give a fuck about your underwear, you suck. So I'm just bringing that shit down there. I mean, it probably weighed 2 pounds. And they still charge me $12.50 to do it. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I would have given them $20 to pay another person to do your laundry. I mean, Jesus Christ, you're living like a king. They got it all folded, you know? Washed my compression socks. I wear compression socks now. It's really helping as I'm getting this fucking varicose vein treated in my left leg. It's really helping it out. The guy told me to get them. It's like, dude, I'm not wearing those fucking socks. I might as well get sock garters at that point. It's basically like the Allen Iverson sleeve that he wore for the last 3/4 of his career, except it's on your legs. And it feels weird at first, but I got to admit, on a cold day, it's kind of nice to have socks that go up to your kneecaps. But when you put them on and you're standing in your underwear and you got them on, like last night, I had the old man ones. Like I went to, I bought some from Nike they're kind of nice. But I bought the old man ones from the fucking, like the Rite Aid or the fucking CVS. And they're just jet black and they went up to my knees and I was standing there in my fucking underwear and I just bursted out laughing. I look like that fucking 50-year-old married white guy that gets busted, you know, thinks he's getting a hooker and it's some undercover cop. And then I just start crying. Oh, I was just trying to talk to her. Pooh, right? Being that guy. By the way, I apologize for putting that image in your head, but it was just too fucking funny not to share it with you. So anyway, so I went on a nice walk this morning. It was a nice 1.5 mile walk there and back, and then I did it again this morning, and you know, it's cool. It's cool to be in downtown Detroit, and there's people coming to work down here. Excuse me, hiccups here. People coming down to work. It's great to see Cleveland coming back and all those. I swear to God, man, I got to buy something out here. I think it's a smart move, and it's really, I think it's a patriotic thing to do, to invest in a fucking city that was the shit and it should be the shit. Detroit should be the shit. It really should. Cleveland should be the shit. All of these fucking places. So I'm gonna be the real estate agent for these fucking cities, and I won't take a commission. How about that? Yeah, you can buy something for nothing. You know, and you can help this fucking place come back. I mean, I don't know. You figure, you start buying up buildings and then they legalize weed, right? And then somebody buys the old Packard fucking factory and you just start making weed in there. There you go. That's the fucking move. You come back to Detroit and all those, grandsons and granddaughters of the great auto workers in this country, right? They go back to work in the same factory except you're growing weed. Come on, man. That's like that Michael Keaton movie from way back in the day, except you got weed in it. Right? I don't know. These are just ideas. I'm just throwing it out there. All right, let's talk some sports here. Let's talk some sports, and we'll start with the greatest fucking sport that's ever been created, NHL hockey. Goddamn motherfucking cocksucking Frenchy sons of bitches. I can't even shit on them at this point. The goddamn Canadians are 9-0. 9-0. Have won 18 out of a possible 18 points. And for the longest time, nobody in the East looked like they could fuck with anybody in the West. And I don't know. They were the best record out in the West. Who do we got? Los Angeles is 5-3 after a slow start. They're turning it on. Nashville's 6-1. Dallas is looking good, huh? 6-2. Winnipeg. You know what it is, though? The Habs don't have a tough guy. I don't know if that's because we got rid of Lucic or whatever. From what I heard, I was talking to a Canadians fan last night. Actually, I took a picture with them, too, It's just like, and I actually made his girlfriend or wife stand in between us because this dude, I can't put my arm around you with that fucking shirt on. But he was saying that they don't have a tough guy anymore. And so I don't know. I think that might come back to haunt you if you end up playing whoever the fuck makes it to the finals out there, right? Kings are tough. Winnipeg's tough. Chicago, you never fuck with the Blackhawks, right? I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But anyways, congratulations to those cunts. I mean, you gotta give respect to that. 9-0 is fucking insane. But the Bruins hanging on, they're doing all right. 3-1-1. That's a winning record. I think the tie there, we fucking blew it against the filthy Flyers. But then we came back and we beat the Islanders. Krejci's having a fucking career year. I think he's leading the league in points. I don't know. I'm psyched. And what's going to be great when I get back? Even the games that we lose, I don't give a shit. I'm going to have all these games on my DVR. I'm going to sit down and watch all of them. I get to watch a game a night, Sometimes 2 games that the Bruins have a game, and I'm going to get all fucking caught up. In the NFL yesterday, the Patriots beat the Jets. I got to tell you, man, Jets were getting 11 points. I loved that fucking bet. The Jets getting 11. I was actually thinking that we could possibly lose to them just because we have no fucking offensive line and they got a great defense. Revis is going to shut down his whole fucking part of the field. And what did we end up winning by? We ended up winning by 7 points. But Edelman dropped that pass. Then you always go, if you didn't drop that pass, then it would have been blah, blah. Yeah, but if he caught it, maybe they would have done something different. You never know. So, we beat the Green Cunts. They're not the Green Cunts anymore because Rex Ryan isn't there. But I got to admit, I'm kind of, this is the German in me. What do they call it? Schadenfreude? Is that what they call it? Taking pleasure out of somebody else's suffering. Seeing the Bills struggling, not because I don't like the Bills, just because Rex Ryan talks all this shit about what he's going to do to the Patriots. It's kind of fun to see the Jets be a quality squad with a class act for a coach, and to watch him fucking losing to Jacksonville all the way over there in England. It's fucking great. But there's something about Rex. I still love the guy. I'm feeling bad for him. He looks like he's putting on weight again. I think he's stress-eating, Talked all that shit. There's always people talking shit. There was somebody on the Jets talk shit about what they were going to come up and do to the Patriots. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you give them extra motivation? I hope people continue to fucking talk shit. You know what I mean? We know you think you're going to win. We know you're going up there to win, and we know you're not scared. You just don't say it, you dope. We're going to go up there. We're going to fucking blah, blah. Is that what you're going to go up there and play football? How about the Dolphins? Jesus Christ, talk about making your former coach look like a fucking jerk off. They came in there and absolutely raped the fucking Texans. You know? What'd they win? Like fucking 97-2? Where is it? As you can tell, I was on a bus. I barely saw anything. I watched the Dallas game, and I watched the Patriots. That's all I saw. And I also saw the end of the Panthers. And it's pissing me off that I keep missing the Panthers play because I feel like I'm missing the emergence of the next great quarterback in the league. And for the life of me, I can't remember his name. He has those Michael Jordan ears where they're really tiny, but they look like the tops are stapled to the side of his head. And he's also one of those guys that he yells a lot. You know, he walks up to the camera and for some reason goes, ah, which is really it's gonna be difficult for me to enjoy watching. That's the generation gap. For the life of me, I don't fucking understand that. Johnny Unitas threw for 41,000 yards in the 50s and 60s. He beat out the next guy by like 15,000 fucking yards. I don't think there's any footage of him throwing a touchdown pass and walking up to a camera with his flat top going, ah! That's back when you could fucking hit the quarterback until the end of the play. You could keep hitting the guy. Maybe if he ever did that, it was because he was screaming in pain. I was kidding. I'm an old fucking white guy. What do you want from me? I want the game to be the way it used to be, where you established the running game and then you threw the ball. But anyways, the fuck did I want to talk about? There was something. I'm all over the map because I'm stressing because I got to finish this fucking thing. And hopefully this internet won't suck and I can try and upload it here. So I figured the next thing people we're going to play in our division will be the Dolphins. And I imagine one of them is going to talk shit about how, they don't think the Patriots are as good as they used to be. They're fucking sick of this. They're sick of that. All I know is the Patriots are on a collision course with the New York Football Giants to be undefeated. And I said to Verzi last night in my drunken stupor, I go, can you do me a favor? Can you just have the Giants beat us during the regular season this year and not in the Super Bowl? I don't know. I'm really praying for the Packers this year to knock off the fucking Giants because I do not want to see them again. I don't. I'm good. I'm fine with just losing to them twice. I'm good with that. Rather than rolling the dice and risking losing a third time. Even though it'd be great to come and beat them, you know? And this is why I don't play professional football, because even as a fan, I'm a little fucking girl. I don't want to see them again. They always win. But what was I going to say? Odell Beckham that they got, and then they got the fucking guy who does the salsa dance. He's coming back. That guy's coming back. Then they're going to, it's going to be a fucking nightmare. Fucking nightmare. Hopefully we get healthy. Our offensive line gets healthy, but who knows? Who the fuck knows what's going to happen? But anyways, let me get to some of the reads here for this week. All right, who versus whom? People always try to explain this to me, and I'll never get it. All right, Bill, I have the solution to your who versus whom dilemma that will solve the issue for the rest of your life. Okay. I hope you're not one of those snake oil salesmen. I feel like I'm in your tent right now. You're starting a religion, and you're fucking putting your hand on my forehead, exorcising the demons. If the statement could answer the question with him or her, then use whom. Whom did you say that to? I said it to him. I said it to her, not he or she. So it's whom. Example 2. Who told you that? He told me that. She told me that. No fucking way. That's that easy? Who told you that? She did. Whom did you say it to? I said it to him. Wait a minute. So now using it. Wait, so to whom do I owe this pleasure to? You owe it to him. So it is whom. Who fucking did it? He did it. Jesus Christ, it was that easy? Where the fuck were you 40 years ago when I needed you? Maybe I could have passed a class and gone to Notre Dame, become a lawyer. Hope that made sense. It totally made sense. I just hope I can remember it. You know what? I'm actually going to take a picture of that on my phone. Speaking of which, the phone starts ringing. Hang on. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hello? I thought I said 11. Is Paul and Joe down there already? All right. Well, I'm finishing up my podcast. I'll be down there 11. Sorry about that. All right, buddy. See you. I fucked up. Thought I said 11 o'clock. That was the bus driver. Going, just checking. We did say... It's fucking hilarious. 10:10, because we've always been on time, so he knew. So anyways... God damn it, you fixed it. I gotta take a picture of that. Whom did you say that to? Who told you that? That's all I have to remember? I wish there was more fucking sentences, and then, you gave me 10 of them, and then I had to try to guess. All right, Goodfellas scene explained. Oh my God, I feel fucking smarter. You know what the thing about whom is? You can't use it without looking like a douche. The only time you can use whom is if you write something. The funny thing is, if you use whom, you know what I mean? You sound like those, when he stepped on the ball. Those guys from fucking Trading Places. But if you're writing, an email or even tweet something, people will call you out on it, because if you don't use it, then you look like a douche. So I think that's the other rule. You know what I mean? Like, hey, who'd you say that to? You can't be in a bar and be like, hey, whom did you say that to? I said it to him, you fucking douche, right? You can't do that, but you write it down. Everybody sees it. They just break your balls. So there's another rule, all right? Goodfellas scene explained. Okay, last week I thought that the reason why Joe Pesci in the end, Scorsese just brings back Tommy's character and he just points the gun at the camera and starts shooting, was because that was Tommy from Beyond the Grave shooting fucking Henry because he was a rat and ratted everybody out. So somebody said, Goodfellas, that was my theory. Goodfellas scene explained. Hey, Bill, you mentioned in your recent Thursday morning podcast your theory on why we see Joe Pesci fire a pistol. My fucking brain is always 3 fucking words ahead of my mouth. At the screen at the end of Goodfellas. It's actually an homage, or a homage, if you're in a bar, to the 1906 black and white film, as opposed to the color films back there, The Great Train Robbery. It was the first film with a narrative storyline, and at the end, there is a shot of a cowboy looking at the camera who fires his pistol at the screen, just like in Goodfellas. I actually watched the clip. It's pretty fucking cool. It was very jarring to the film audiences who had never seen anything like that. And in many cases, moviegoers would duck or shout thinking they were actually being shot at. Isn't that fucking hilarious? It's because everybody had a side iron back then. Just a little film history from a film nerd to you. The funniest redhead on the planet. Keep up the good work and go fuck yourself. Here's the movie. All right, I will definitely post that clip. All right, election. Bill, you've been pretty quiet about the election. Seems like they got their start early this year, and people are going to be tired out by February. If you had to vote today, do you know who you'd vote for? Also, is there anyone less stable looking than Hillary Clinton? She can't be getting any good sleep. Love you and your wife. Thanks for the weekly laughs. I thought Hillary crushed it on that stupid inquiry. I didn't understand what the fucking problem was. She admitted that it happened on her watch and she took full responsibility for it. So, what was the fucking problem? That seemed like, Deflategate type shit. I mean, honestly, what are you supposed to do to stop a terrorist attack? They've said that forever. Like, even the Secret Service said, if somebody doesn't give a shit about dying, the only thing that they can sure is instantaneous death after you do whatever the fuck you're going to attempt to do. You know what I mean? Once you take out the fucking I don't give a shit whether I live, there's, it's over. So, I mean, what are you going to do? It was an away game. It's fucking horrific that it happened, but I'm out, She should have done this. She should have done that. The same people saying that say George Bush kept us safe after 9/11, but they don't bring up the fact that 9/11 happened when he was fucking president, right? The same people breaking fucking Hillary's ovaries are fucking rubbing George Bush's balls, and then vice versa. The same people finger banging Hillary are fucking twisting up what's-his-face's nuts rather than giving him a pair of MeUndies. What are you supposed to do when somebody doesn't give a fuck? What are they going to call you up and tell you what they're going to do? I don't know. By the way, we met a professional pilot, commercial pilot, by the way. And he knew some of the people on those flights, some of the pilots and that type of shit. So all these fucking people that are trying to say that it didn't happen, that they were actually fucking these missiles or something like that was shot in there. I mean, I don't know. And that's coming from me, who's a fucking conspiracy theorist. All right, Genghis Khan, everybody. Hey there, Bilderberg. Just checking in on you from fucking Southie, kid. I listen to your podcast almost every day in the sea of cubicles I work in, and you are the fucking... Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I also saw your comments come home, last year, and there were a bunch of cunts in front of me who were getting offended at the things you were saying, and it made it funnier for me and my girlfriend. Anyways, oh, yeah, I remember that. That one was a little bit of a rough one, Anyways, I just came across Dan Carlin's Hardcore History podcast, and the first one that is free on iTunes is the Wrath of Khan series on Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire during the Middle Ages. This dude was one of the greatest men and conquerors who ever lived, and his story is incredible. The fear and loyalty this man instilled in people of his day is unparalleled. Although he is responsible for 20 to 80 million deaths, he completely changed the world and built the largest empire the world had ever seen, and I thought you might be interested in it because you've talked about other great men who have lived in the past. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thanks for a great show, and go fuck yourself. Yeah, see, there's another one. You know what it is? There's no footage on, like, Vladdy the fucking Impaler and fucking the G-Man there. Fucking Genghis Khan. So, nobody, what are you a fuck? You don't get that, what are you a Nazi thing? I got to check that out. I got to listen to that. I got to be in the mood to listen to a fucking podcast. Like, I love being on podcasts. I love doing them, but I just, my brain is, I can't handle just sitting still that long. I guess I could have it on in the background as I was doing something else. Maybe cleaning up or freshening up before a show. All right, my roommate is a pervert. Okay, here we go. Dude, but let's go back here. Do you realize the work it is to kill 20 to 80 million people? I mean, you can do it today with just a push of a button. But back then, I mean, that's like before they had like the fucking lawnmowers with the engines in them and you had to push the fucking thing yourself. Do you know I'm so old that we actually had one of those when I was a kid? It was the fucking worst. And if the grass was too long, I just didn't have the strength to do it. So you'd push it forward and then had to go back. And you had to get like a running start, That was a mess. It was so hard to keep it fucking straight. That's basically like if you had like a push mower that didn't have an engine in it, I would think that you'd have to like be cutting it every day like George Michael did with his beard. And then it'd be like nice and easy, right? But if you went on like a bender, or you went away to some place that they used to vacation back in the day, like Sarasota, Florida, or Myrtle Beach, or some of the classic ones that they used to go to way back in the day. Reno, those old school places, Palm Springs. When you came back, your fucking lawn was through the goddamn... Well, I guess you do it in the wintertime, right? All I'm saying is that you were out there all the time. That's probably why a lot of people weren't as fucking fat. Although, you know what the big thing was back in the day? Everybody was scared about was just having a heart attack because they couldn't do any of those fucking, I almost said rhinoplasty, which of course is your nose. Getting a nose job. Do you know there's something called rhinorrhea? I learned that by reading about heroin junkies and shit like that. Or something about rhinorrhea. See if I can look it up. I know you guys think I'm full of shit. It's like diarrhea of the nose. It's just fucking when you, one of the symptoms when you're quitting cold turkey. Rhino, let's see. How do you spell diarrhea? D-I-A-R-R-H-E-A, something like that. Oh, there it is. Rhinorrhea. Rhinorrhea is a condition where the nasal cavity is filled with a significant amount of mucus fluid. The condition, commonly known as a runny nose, occurs relatively frequently. Rhinorrhea is a common symptom of allergies or certain diseases such as the common cold or hay fever. Oh, I thought that's when you were. I thought you said you were all right, Spider. I can't even say it because I've done it so many times. I always stutter, imitating fucking Spider. I thought that rhinorrhea was a next level runny nose that you got when you were kicking heroin. I've kind of got interested in all that, like the whole heroin epidemic that's going on here in this country. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to bring up how great the Indianapolis gig was. First of all, I got to come back and play this theater. You remember that story I told you guys, and I put the video up? Where I was playing a theater upstairs and downstairs was that Totally Elmo show, whatever the fuck it was. Keeping Up with the Muppets, whatever the fuck it was. I don't know what to come, you know. And when I walked by, the door to the backstage of their theater was open. And the Count was sitting there and Burt was there and Oscar the Grouch. Like these actors in these suits, and they were just chilling out, you know, and they looked tired from doing a bunch of shows, so it was hilarious. So I filmed them, and all of a sudden Burt got up and came walking over and was waving his hands. I thought he was saying, "What's up?" I'm like, "Oh, look at Burt, hey, he's coming up here." And he fucking reached out and slammed the door. And I was just like, wait, wow, like he really is a cunt. Burt really is the happy-go-lucky one. I was joking in Indianapolis that Ernie's parents were accepting of his homosexuality, right? Where Bert's weren't. Like they kicked him out of the family, so it caused him to be like sad and bitter. You know what I mean? But thank God he had Ernie in his life, right? Cheer him up. Anyways, and then I posted the video, and then Sesame Street told me I had to take it down. The Children's Television Workshop was like, you got to take it down. That's not legal footage, which I think it was. I mean, what? I didn't understand what exactly were they going to do to me if I didn't take it down. I don't know. So I took it down. I was like, all right, whatever. You know what it was they were going through that shit with the Elmo guy. They said, you know, fucking was grab-assing with some kid. I have no fucking clue. But anyways, so this time around, I got to play downstairs where the Elmo Theater was. And it's one of the great theaters I've ever played in my life as far as the crowd was just on top of you. They had like those little balcony things. They had like 4 of them on each side. It was like an old hockey arena. It was just fucking awesome. Just been an incredible fucking tour here. And we went to one of the sickest fucking cigar bars I've ever been to, which of course, because I was fucking an idiot, I just walked into it. I got to look it up right now. Indianapolis cigar bars. All right, let's see. Blend. This fucking place might have been the greatest cigar bar I've ever been to. It's fucking incredible. You have to go to it. And they're opening one in Nashville and Dallas. All right? Just sick selection of fucking cigars. They had the Davidoff Nicaraguan. All these other just amazing cigars. That's the one that I smoked. And then they had all these whiskeys, limited edition whiskeys and bourbons that I thought. I mean, did you know they had Jack Daniel's Sinatra? I'd never even heard of that. Me and Bartnick were like, "What the fuck is that?" Like that was his drink. I'm like, you just saying Sinatra because that was his drink? They're like, no, that's a limited edition. I'm looking it up right now. Jack Daniel's Sinatra. Where is it here? Yeah, I never fucking heard of this shit. And of course they were sold out of it. Let me do the old wiki here. Wikipedia. Jack Daniel's Sinatra wiki. Did you mean that? Of course I meant that. You know what I meant. God damn it. They always do showing Sinatra Select. That's what it was called. Anyways, it was fucking just an amazing, amazing place. And don't you hate these fucking websites when you go there and you got to fucking put in your birthday? All right, I'll give you my birthday. We'll say November 11th, 1892. Enter. Please enter a valid year. They don't think it. Let's see what year they'll actually let. 1893, they won't let. Let's see when they believe in. 1890, how about 1899? They don't believe anybody's alive. How about 1900? See, that's what it is. Anything with an 18, go fuck yourself. Enter. Sinatra Select. Bottle of 90 proof and made with unique Sinatra barrels. It sounds like fucking bullshit to me. Jack Daniel's Sinatra. What is a Sinatra barrel? It's got a fucking toupee on it? Sorry. Select pays tribute to Jack's biggest fan, Mr. Frank Sinatra. These Sinatra barrels have deep grooves on the inside of their staves, which exposes the whiskey to extra layers of oak. God damn it. Now I got to get a bottle. But you can't just get a bottle. They got a video here of Frank Sinatra pouring it. I wonder if his fucking next of kin gets any money. Dude, they got a picture here sitting at the bar of Sinatra laughing while Jackie Gleason's laughing with them. Frank Sinatra and Jackie Gleason were close friends. In fact, it was Jackie Gleason himself who introduced Frank to Jack Daniels. And as the story is told, it was sometime in the 1940s. Jackie and Frank were sitting together at a bar in New York City. Frank was forlorn over a woman. He probably wrote a great song about it, and was sharing his troubles with Gleason. Frank informed his good friend that he was in need of a serious drink. Turning to Sinatra, Gleason responded, Jack Daniels, that's a good place to start. And the rest, as they say, it was history. Oh, Frank said he needed a drink. Well, there you go. All right, what the fuck am I talking about at this point? All right, let's get back to the podcast. So definitely check out Blendon if you live in Nashville or Dallas. They're on their way over there. All right, let's read a couple of fucking advertising, and then I'll get the last fucking thing in there, and I'm out. All right? All right. Lastly, but certainly not leastly. All right, my roommate is a perv. So, Sir Billiam of Boston. I'm a long-time listener. Love your shit. Anyway, my roommate just started dating a girl. A lady, and they're getting really coupley. They even talk about having sex with each other in front of people, including myself. I have a girlfriend, but I try not to be overly coupley or discuss our sex life in public. The worst part is that they have taken to having sex throughout our shared house, including our living room, couch, and our kitchen. I think that their behavior is annoying at best and disgusting at worst, but I'm uncertain as how I should proceed. Do you have any thoughts? Also, go fuck thyself. Yeah, I have some thoughts. Why don't you sit them down and say, hey, can you guys do me a favor and not fuck on the sofa? All right, this isn't your house. This is our house. I don't need your bodily fluids all crusted up, on the couch. I would just, they like openly talking about sex. Just say, listen, you have sex in your bedroom. Don't have sex on the couch where we all sit. It's gross. I would say that, and I would just stare at them until they talked. Is there a reason why you guys feel it's okay to have sex all around the house? I live here too. I make a sandwich on that kitchen counter. I don't need to know that her ass and dripping pussy were fucking laying on there, you fucking pig. You guys are both animals. I have no respect for either one of you. All right? Go ahead and advocate. It'll be a fucking who. No, you don't get to be that mean. Just be like, listen, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I think it's great that you found somebody that you can connected with, but could you not have sex on the kitchen counter, please? Or in the kitchen? I eat in there? It's gross. See that sofa over there? I sit there and I watch TV. All right? I don't need that. See that table? I eat there. All right? If you want to fuck all over an apartment, you're going to need to get your own apartment. But until you do, this is our apartment. And don't fuck anywhere where it's, where it's ours. I feel like I could use who or whom here. Maybe you should bust out a whom. See if I can do it here. All right, whom? Whom did I say that to? I said it to him. Yeah, that's what you say. You come out of the gate using whom to freak him out. Call you the guy over and be like, can I ask you a question? Be like, sure. Whom did you fuck on that counter? He's got to be like her. Or my girlfriend. What if he says my girlfriend? You got to say that. I would just be like, whom did you fuck on the counter? Whom did you fuck on the table? And whom did you fuck on the couch? That almost sounds like Bill Cosby. And why were the children... you can't bring up Bill Cosby, especially when you're talking about a woman, right? It was consensual, everybody. All right, that's the podcast for this week. I'll check in on you on Thursday. And once again, thanks to everybody that came out in Indianapolis, Cleveland, Detroit, and Pittsburgh. Just 4 fucking great cities, man. 4 great cities, and it's great to see all of them are having a resurgence. Every time I've gone back, they always get a little bit better, and I think it's great because, like I said, I love this part of the country. I'm not going to lie to you. I like all the parts of the country. I'm a patriotic cunt when it comes down to it. So it always made me sad to come to Cleveland and Detroit and Indianapolis and that Cincinnati and that shit at 5 o'clock where everybody just screws and goes out to the suburbs and the fucking place looks like a zombie movie at night. It's nice to see some nightlife and that type of shit because they're beautiful cities. All right? There you go. Legalize weed. Open the plants again. Let's grow some weed. Let's get the world high, right? And maybe they'll give us the oil for the price we want. We don't have to blow people up. You know what I mean? All right, go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you on Thursday.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Anything Better Podcast, NFL edition, sponsored by none other than BetMGM. Guys, we are going into week 8. But first, we got to shout out the great sponsor, BetMGM. Love the lines. Love BetMGM, baby. We're rolling with the lion, Bill. BetMGM. All you guys got to do is download the BetMGM app to bet with us. Put as little as $10 in your first deposit, and you will get up to $200 in bets, regardless of the outcome.
Regardless.
Of wager. All right. All you got to do is use our code, which is Burr 200, BURR 200. Okay. You download the app, you use that code, put in as little as $10, you get $200, regardless of the outcome. Bet responsibly. They also have the survivor pool still going. You go on, you pick a team to win, not against the spread, just a team to win. And as long as you win, you go on the next week and you do the same thing. That team gets eliminated, so on and so forth. There you go. We're here for week number 8. And yeah, man, I was happy. I was happy to get above 500 for the first time. It only took me this long, but I went 3-1.
What do you mean it only took you this long? You do this every year, Paul. I told you. Paul Verzi in October. Vegas is running in the other. Paul, you always start slow.
Yeah.
And then in October, you beat the fuck out of them. I want to see your lifetime record in October. You're a monster. You're a monster in October. You're like the month of March, Paul. You come in like a lamb. You go out like a lion.
Well, you are still in the
I
win.
went 1-3 last week, Paul. I was 0-3 going into Monday Night Football and had the Vikings, and I was like, I think I'm going 0-4. I think I lost my shoulder too. Where the hell did it go,
dude?
You like my new hi-fi I got over there?
When you said, I actually like that room. When you said, I swear to God, I do. I keep
I'm in my bunker in New Hampshire.
I keep looking at that stone fireplace. I'm like, that thing is killer. Dude, when you told me I was in Vegas, when you told me that the only thing you were hanging your hat on was the Vikings. And I'm not gonna lie, Paulie, I was in Vegas and I had a couple of wines. I had a couple of reds and I was in Vegas. So I threw some money on the Niners, did a little tease, got hurt. What are you gonna do? You know, couple hundo. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, dude, I would agree with you. If I could have switched that bet, I would have switched to the 49ers last night because I obviously didn't know shit about anything last week. But the Pats won. I didn't see anything, dude. I was at a wedding last week.
Dude, Patriots last second Mac Jones touchdown. I did not see that coming, dude. That was a great pass.
How about the Buffalo Bills, Paul? 4-3. 4-3. Dolphins 5-2. The Jets, they're only a game ahead of the Jets. They're a game behind the Dolphins.
Hey, Bill, how about
They've lost to the Dolphins. They've lost to the Patriots. The only other person they need to lose to in the division is the Jets. This was Paul. This was a foregone conclusion at the beginning of midsummer before fucking Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets. Was that they're just gonna waltz to the AFC Championship game, Paul. They're gonna go up against these Kansas City Chiefs. They're finally gonna put it. I don't even know if they're gonna get out of the AFC East.
Yeah, dude. How about the New York Football Giants defense? The last 8 quarters, only giving up 3 scores, dude. They had 6.5 sacks. Our defensive line turned it on, man, and I'm loving it. And we have.
How about your Giants getting disrespected by being underdogs against the fucking Jets?
I know. Speaking
now,
of
who like I don't understand how that works. Like as far as a home game or whatever, that like if it's the Giants' home game, the majority of the people get the opportunity.
Yeah, the Giants' home game means the season ticket holders for the Giants get first crack. Yeah.
All right. So there's my question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much better, just as far as like if you're hanging out with a human being, is a Giants fan better than a Jets fan?
You know, it's a funny question. It's a good question because somebody said, why are Jets games like more lively during plays? And there's more of a desperation with them. Like Giant fans are like, all right, dude, let's do it. Come on, guys, let's do it.
It's not what it is.
Jet fans,
it's not what it is. Ignorance is loud, Paul. The Jets crowd is dumber. They are louder. The Giants fans are smarter. They have money. They have something to lose. You look at the Jets fans. I mean, you can just see those broken down picket fences in front of their houses.
Yeah, there's a desperation there. It's so funny.
Yes, those are people that work with their hands. The Giants fans, you're the people. You hired Jets fans to come over and redo your fucking driveways. You guys drink wine. Look, you're in Vegas, Paul. You're drinking wine. I mean, who the fuck are you? Who are you, Paul? To have the goddamn nerve to go to Las Vegas and drink wine like you're some sort of aristocrat.
Oh, dude, I had a suite. I'm not going to lie. I did a corporate. I was in a suite in the Venetian. Oh, dude, I ordered. You want to laugh? I get back to the room at 2:00 in the morning. I was gambling, dude, by myself, blackjack tables, roulette. I even went to penny slots. I had a tequila in my hand. I was enjoying myself. I was there for a day, right? And I go to my room and I got this monster suite, Bill. Like, I mean, I wish I could have shared it with somebody. I was like, and I call
Paul, enough about the hookers. Let's stay on topic here.
I call up room service, and dude, I got shrimp cocktails delivered to my room with a chicken quesadilla at like 2 a.m, and it was everything. The guy came in a fucking butler gown, and shit was fucking unbelievable.
You know what's funny about you, Paul? You sound like a Jets fan.
No,
you go. I got shrimp cocktails. I'm like, how many did he order?
Well, no, I ordered 1, and the guy came with extra, and I was like, all right. I just ate all this shit at 2 a.m. I was so full. What
do you mean he came with extra? When does a shrimp cocktail become shrimp cocktails?
I know. All of a sudden,
I'm asking you.
No, I don't know. I got 2 plates of it, and I go, oh, dude, I only ordered 1.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you got shrimp cocktails.
So yeah, so there was like multiple orders of shrimp cocktail come.
Okay, I always just hear quesadilla shrimp cocktail. I never had shrimp cocktails.
Shrimp cocktail. There was 6 of them times 2. I'm eating 12. It's 2 of them. I'm stuffed, but I'm eating them. It was hilarious.
You're splitting aces with crustaceans.
I did. I got beat on the blackjack table. But today is the day that I have first pick. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm interested in those sunglasses, Paul. Let's go. Let me see those on. Let me see those. I don't know, Paul. You don't look like the good guy in the movie all of a sudden.
Oh, speaking of movie,
Oh,
congratulations.
Paulie Night Stalker.
Crushing it. Old dad just crushing it.
I'm not allowed to promote that, Paul, because of the strike.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a movie out there that's doing well. Oh, let's get into the picks.
There you go. Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, they call me Paulie first pick this week. And here's what I'm doing. This one was a no-brainer.
Dude, they call you Mr. October. That's what they should call you.
Well,
Paul Verzi, 3-1, 2 weeks in a row. The man is 6-2.
No. 3-1 the last 3 weeks.
You've gone 3-1 3 weeks in a row?
Yes, sir.
And we're in the what? 4th week of October.
Yep, I am 15,
Death,
I'm 15
taxes,
13.
And Paul Verzi went in October. Dude, you're 9-3.
9-3 in October. And hopefully with this pick, I'll continue it. I've seen my New York Football Giants play better defense the last 2 weeks than I've seen them in the last 3 seasons. I have not seen a Giants defense like this, a relentless pass rush. And I think that Tay Banks, our rookie cornerback, is really, really coming around. He's been locking down some of the best receivers in the game. The Giants are disrespected at home. They are +3 now. It went to +3, which is in my favor. I'm going to take the New York Giants. They're clicking. I think they got fucked by Buffalo. I think the Giants should be 3-4, and I like what the defense is doing. I got the New York Football Giants at home playing the team that rents the building with them. I got the Giants at plus.
I like that pick. I don't like when you did it. You could have saved that pick till last. Now maybe I'll take one of your games. You know I'm staying away from the Giants, Paul. You know I got too much love and respect for you. I would never touch that game.
But listen, I don't know the rest of my picks, Bill, because I'm all over the place.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're a little seat filler there. All right.
I'm a little wishy-washy with the picks this week.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Everything looks good to me, and everything looks bad. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the Texans -3 going into Carolina. Carolina's 0-3, 0-6. Sorry, I just don't see them. They're just. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not doing anything good. The Texans got a good enough defense. I don't know shit about them either, but I'm sort of paying attention. So I'm gonna go with the Texans -3. Going into Carolina, going to get a little vinegar-based barbecue Saturday night, and they're going to shit on them on fucking Sunday.
Dude, that's a great pick. That's such a great pick. That's a lot.
Paul, you said that last week, and I went 1-3. Okay, so, let's relax here.
What was the one I said, though? Was I the one? Was it the winner?
You like the Chargers, but you love the Chargers, Paul. You know what the Chargers are, Paul? The Chargers are like your first love. That not even the first fucking hot chick you nailed. That's who it is. Like you weren't gonna marry her.
No.
But Paul, you'll remember those times for the rest. Do you remember?
I don't know what it is with the Chargers and me. All right. For my second pick here, going for week 8. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I don't love any of this, but
come on, Paul. It's October. Just make contact. Speaking of which, did you watch either one of those game fucking 7s?
Dude, I couldn't believe the Diamondbacks won that game.
Oh, man, and that kid, he pitched out of a couple of jams. I got to be honest with you. I love the Phillies. They reminded me of the 04 Red Sox. Everybody had like a douchey face with a big beard, and everybody hated him. I mean, that one guy, I always forget his name. I always want to say Josh Brolin. What's the fucking guy's name there on the Phillies? He's doing everything. Stealing bases, hitting doubles, singles, fucking whatever you want.
Bryce Harper? No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that guy he's like that guy in the 80s movie, The Coming of Age. He's the guy dating the cheerleader, treating her like shit. And then I show up with my glasses and I go, oh, you dropped this. And then he beats the fuck out of me. And then in the end, without lifting any weights or taking any classes in a dojo, I somehow beat him in a fight and start banging his girl. That was an 80s movie, and it was considered believable, believe it or not.
Hey, Bill, remember that guy I sent you from the Phillies? Dude, the guy with the one tooth? He goes, Game 7 tomorrow night. Let's go, Philly. Dude, he had like one eye, one way.
I'll be honest with you. I don't buy I don't buy the Philly fan propaganda. I've gone to games. I don't see people like that. I see some animals. It's kind of like Trump followers. Like liberals just go to the middle of nowhere and they just find the dumbest out there. I think the fucking world's flat. No, Donald Trump. I don't care if he fucks my sister. And they're like, oh my God, these Trump people. Dude, there's a lot of fucking smart people in Philly.
Yes, I love it. I had a great time.
Somebody's got to fucking keep polishing that bell. All right? Just stop with it's like the fucking, you go to a Bills game. Everybody's not fucking jumping on a table. Some people have lives.
All right. Speaking of that, here's what I'm going to do. It just hit me. I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take for the first time this year, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting 8.5 against the Buffalo Bills, who are clearly broken. The Buffalo Bills are broken, everybody. Something is not working.
Something's not working. I'll tell you right now, Paul, nothing scares me in this world like the fucking NFC South.
I know.
I mean, I just bet one of those games. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. You tell me week to week what the Falcons, Jets, Buccaneers, and Panthers are doing. Well, Panthers are shitting the bed. That's what they're doing. Panthers are shitting in their own crate, Paul.
Dude, you said it best. When I
say a lot of things,
when I see the Tennessee Titans, I just get scared. Any game the Tennessee Titans are in, it's like Paulie Kryptonite. They
were money last year. This year, I don't know. All right. Speaking of that, Paul, I'm actually going to take the Titans.
Oh,
I like the Titans. They're at home. They're getting 3. Oh, but the Falcons got that fucking alien at running back.
Yeah, Bijan.
Does he go running? Does he run wild this week, Paul? Does he run wild like your wife with the credit card at a mall? Do they even do that on Amazon? Is that what they do it now?
Yeah, she just runs on Amazon. She runs wild on Amazon.
What? I thought I liked it.
Oh, Jake the Snake coming in. See, our Jonah Hill coming in. Titans will have a backup quarterback.
Well, I don't like. Thank you, Jake the Snake. You know, at least somebody's doing some research here. All right, I'm just going right here now, Paul. Look at this. I'm doing a little dance here. I'm going with my gut. Here. I'm going to leave that game because I don't think you're going to fuck with it. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs laying 7 at the Broncos. No, they're at home. I just think the Broncos, I don't know, Paul. I don't know what's going on with them, but I just feel like the Chiefs. This is usually when they start hitting their stride, Paul. I haven't watched football in 2 weeks. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have any reasons. You know what? I like the Chiefs uniform. They're pretty. They're laying 7. They're at home. Travis Kelce.
Broncos are home.
Broncos are at home. Oh, I fucked that one up. Oh, I still don't care.
Yeah, 7. The point's still 7.
Listen, Paul, I'm a broken man. I'm just going to go with the Chiefs. Okay? I'm just throwing punches in the dark over here. I haven't watched the last 2 weeks.
Oh, Bill,
I'm already watching hockey. I'm watching my Boston Bruins. You know, I don't know what's up, what's down right now.
Bill, you got the look on your face like me and you were having a good 45-minute conversation on the phone after this.
Oh, and you know what, Paul? It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go. It's just going to be me venting to you. There's no solution. There is no solution. Solution.
It's still nice to talk to a friend. I'm here.
You know what the solution is, Paul? Your garage. Guess what I did today in the garage? I lifted weights for an hour and then played drums for an hour like I was still fucking 18. I feel great.
Oh, that's nice. You know what I did? I ordered a dumpster. I ordered a dumpster from a company, and I put it in my fucking driveway. And
do you know how many comedians' names I just wanted to say, and then so-and-so showed up at your house?
And dude, we just unloaded. I'm cleaning out the garage. You remember my garage? My house could be immaculate. My garage looks like people, dude.
Let me ask you, what are they doing with once you put it in the dumpster?
Then whenever it's ready and we have all the stuff, the stuff, it's a rubbish company. It's hilarious. But
so they're just going to throw it in the ocean? Why don't you try and sell it?
They come. No. This is stuff you can't sell. This is like broken metal. This is like stuff that can't be.
Oh, broken metal from your karate days. Okay, that's right. Back when Paul had hair, he used to do karate chop demonstration videos.
Yeah, I used.
First 4 years I knew Paul, he was in his bare feet. Like that's how committed he was to the martial arts.
So wait, Bill, Andrew is asking me, your pick, you're changing your pick. You're not doing the Titans, correct? You are doing the Chiefs.
I might do the Titans later on, Paul.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Like that waitress you have an eye on down at the diner, you know? That might happen a little bit later down the road if things go south, right?
Diner?
Diner, fuck you. You don't go to a titty bar. Those chicks are crazy.
That's
you,
true.
Paul, the next one, you want a woman that's used to bringing you breakfast.
Then you know what you do? Then you know what you do?
You marry a waitress, Paul.
Yeah, you fall in love with her, and then you show up to the diner, and you look at her, you confess your love to her, and you go, this is your last shift.
I'm getting you out of here.
You're coming with me. All right.
And then what you do is you remodel your house where it looks like a diner so she feels comfortable. And then you hire a chef and you get one of those little bells. Ding, ding, ding.
And you scream at her, where's my fucking coffee?
No, you don't want to do that. Then she'll own the diner, Paul.
All right.
Oh, my diner. Oh, my diner. All
For
right.
my third pick this week. All right. So I got 2 dogs. Rare for me. I got 2 dogs. Paulie's taking points this week.
That's what I've been doing too.
Yeah. For my third pick, I mean, this is a bad team.
You don't want to hang out with these guys.
I think that the Commanders are bad.
Oh, you motherfucker. I love that pick.
I'm going to take the Eagles.
And I think they already had their good game against the Eagles. I thought you were going to stay away from that. That's a great pick, Paul Verzi. Motherfucker.
I was going to, but I'm watching them, and the Eagles aren't playing really great either, and the Commanders just don't have it, and I think their coach is on the hot seat. I'm going to take the Eagles as my first favorite this week, -6.5 in Washington.
I thought the Commanders were having a better season than people thought, and I also think that they had, if they were going to beat the Eagles, it was the last time. It was like that game was like 35-31. All right? Yeah. I love that pick. You fucking motherfucker. Well, then you know what? I'm taking the Titans. Getting free in Music City. Hey, by the way, everybody in Nashville, stop saying everybody from LA is moving to Nashville. They aren't. Everybody that moved to LA and then couldn't afford it are now moving. People who are from Los Angeles are staying here. They don't give a fuck about Nashville. All of those people that say this from LA, ask them where they are from initially. Thank you. Sorry.
Yo, the Titans to you are like the Chargers to me. You just love them, dude. You love a Titans team.
Hey, Paul, I love my mother and I love the Titans, and they can do no wrong. I love Mike Vrabel.
Oh, dude.
I know the Titans have a backup quarterback, so I think all the Jake the Snakes are going to be like, hey, you should probably go with the Falcons. I haven't bet the Falcons all year, though.
The Falcons have won for me, man. That kid they're always in every game. All right, so I got.
Hey, Paul, everybody has a different relationship, you know? The Falcons lost last week.
The Falcons won.
They won last week. All right, they'll lose this week. All right, I'm going to stick with the Titans. Paul, remember the Titans.
Great movie. Great performance by Denzel. Favorite part?
It's a great porno, too. Sorry.
He goes like this. He goes, he was talking shit. He was going hard. Like in the movie, it was almost like, just like running up. And he just goes, I'm a winner. I'm going to win. And he said it arrogantly. And I was like, I love it. All right. For my fourth and final pick.
I want to see Denzel play a beaten down man.
He did in Man on Fire.
Was that the airplane one?
No, that was...
Because I love the airplane one where he was struggling with alcohol.
Yeah.
Just to see him do something, because I know he can crush those fucking, like, the guy just... Dude, when was the last time that guy didn't hit one into the seats in a movie?
No, he gets all of it.
No, I got to be honest with you. As far as, like, that guy's been making movies since, like, 87.
Yeah, glory.
He's been killing for 35 fucking years.
Yeah.
And every actor has, like, they'll make a choice and somehow he doesn't have that. He just doesn't have that.
No. He's literally one of the most consistent.
Well, I'm waiting for him to play that role because He's of that age. He's still in great shape, but he's of the age where, you do a little salt and pepper thing there. And like, I love when Pacino was in Donnie Brasco and he had that fucking frumpy coat and he didn't have good instincts and everything. It was just fun to see.
Yeah, a beaten up, kind of like a goofball. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm calling it, dude. He's going to do that, and he's going to get even another Oscar. If they don't give it to Meryl Streep. What does she have on Hollywood, Paul? I swear to God. She sneezes in a movie, she gets a fucking blockbuster award.
Nobody sneezed like
Nobody sneezes like Meryl Streep.
I don't know what to do for my fourth and final pick here. I'm really, really confused, but here's what I'm going to do.
You know what you do, Paul? You put your balls on the table.
I'm going to take the Cleveland fucking Browns.
Against the Seahawks?
Against Sneaky Pete, getting 3.5. Wait, did that line change?
Is Deshaun Watson coming back?
No. Nope. But
what happened to him?
Cleveland won the last 2 games with this backup Walker kid. So, and the line only changed 0.5 point because of Deshaun. Guys, is the line, is this the line here? 3.5?
Jake the Snake.
There he is. Jake,
did you get your class picture today? I mean, what is that fucking shirt you're wearing? I haven't had that shirt since like the 3rd grade. I got a laugh on it, Jake.
I thought it was stylish.
No, it is stylish. You look great, dude. You got your whole life ahead of you. Don't listen to some old bald orange person.
Thank you.
What do we got, Jake?
Still at 3.5.
All right. I'm every week Cleveland is, I keep looking going, wow, Cleveland's good. Wow, Cleveland wins. Wow, Cleveland's in the game. And I haven't really taken Cleveland. So you know what? I'm going to take them getting 3.5. I love the 0.5 point. I think the 0.5 point could be the deciding factor for the win here. And I just don't.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
What?
You were like that hot chick just standing in the wings, waiting until they were making enough money. And now you're coming in like, hey, Cleveland, what are you doing? Going to Seattle this weekend, big boy? I see what you, little Paulie, fucking little opportunist.
Can I tell you something? Every time I go against Sneaky Pete, he bites me, dude. Every fucking time I go against them, they
I like Sneaky Pete against a backup quarterback.
I know. And every time you say that, I get bit. But you know what? I got to beat Sneaky Pete once, and I hope this is the week I can do it.
You got to walk away. You know I walked away from? I'm done for the season is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't know who they are, dude.
They don't know who they are. Those bipolar motherfuckers. If I take them, they get crushed. If I bet against them, they show up.
Dude, Mike Tomlin.
I mean, I'm starting to take it personal. All right. Oh, God. I have 2 fucking games, Paul, that are just fucking bite me in the ass right now.
I know what one of them is.
What is that?
You got to be looking at your Patriots getting 9.5. I mean, that's got to be one of them.
We already beat the Dolphins. That's what I don't like.
And Bill Burr.
No, we didn't beat the Dolphins. We should have beat the Dolphins.
Bill, you told me when me and you first became friends many moons ago, you go, a division rival, I don't give a shit. And you guys are getting a lot of points.
There has to be a reason why it's 9.5 when we beat the Bills last week. I'm sure there's some sort of fucking injury. Something's going on. Or somebody just came back. Yeah. Tyreek Hill's cousin has just been activated or some shit. Something's going on down there. I just like to watch the Patriots and let me just watch them. I'm going to Paul, you make a good point though. I'm looking at the 49ers.
Wow.
Laying 5.5, and I'm looking at the Ravens laying 8.5 in Phoenix. These are big fucking numbers, Paul.
Bill, you walk into the fire. I mean, you're a fireman.
I mean, look at me, Paul. I look like Fire Marshal Bill. I mean, it's what I do.
I mean,
why I'm here.
Bill looks at a tough game and takes it. You're just running into the fire.
Well, the fucking Ravens haven't even let up 100 points yet this year. The Cardinals have a backup quarterback. The Ravens are just more talented at every level. Kyler Murray's at a steak and shake, right? He's going to get fat. I don't know if people know that. I have a bet with Paul. One of these seasons, he's going to come in overweight. It's something about his face. He's in shape, but his face still looks like he's eating donuts.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think he's young in shape. I don't buy that he's in shape. I'm just stalling here, Paul. Why did you have to bring up the Patriots? Fuck that. I'm not doing it. Because last week they showed up. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to watch the fucking game and everybody can fuck up.
Dude.
I'm going to I hate the 49ers. I don't know. They don't cover. They win, but they don't cover. Fuck this. I'm taking the Ravens. 8.5 in Arizona. I just fucked myself. God damn it. All right, I'm taking the fuck. That's it.
He's going.
That's it. I you know, Paul, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, you know, I'm embarrassed by my behavior, and I will try and work on that in the future. Does that make you feel better? I'm going to go on YouTube and figure out how to restring these things. I don't know who the cunt was that decided that these magnet fucking things to pull down your curtain. That's why I'm all out of phase here. Aside from the fact that I don't have any pigment.
All right, so I think that those are our picks there.
Paul, before we do the Monday night football game, we have to do a segment that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I tweeted about it. Is, you know, we're a couple of bald guys, right? We're a couple of guys just hanging out in our basements doing a podcast. You know, we have hair envy.
Yeah.
So we have this new segment called First Ballot Hair Hall of Fame. And these are people that you see on TV that just, they have the same hair that they had when they were like in the 5th grade. And the first nominee that I have, do you have one in your head?
I think so.
All right, I'll let you go first because I was prepared for this. Who do you put in your hair Hall of Fame?
That covers football, or just like it has to be
wherever the fuck you want to go, Paul. Who do you got? But like, you just look at him as a bald man going, do you understand like how fucking insane it is? It's like, dude, it's like a fairway. I'll go first. Fucking Teddy Bruschi. You could lose a golf ball in the hair he still has on top of his fucking hair. You're sitting there with the fucking club going, where is it? Where is it? Teddy Bruschi.
I thought you were going to go Jimmy Johnson. I thought that was your guy.
Jimmy Johnson's another one. I'll name, dude. Jimmy Johnson, man. Jimmy Johnson is actually more impressive because he, like, usually if you make it through your 50s, you know, I don't know. Even then, every once in a while, you're around your 70s, you can start to fucking lose it. And this guy is in his 70s, I believe. And my God, Paul.
What about his name?
He could play Santa Claus if he fucking grew it out and got a beard. I mean, he's just gorgeous.
It is.
It's still shiny.
And it looks soft. I mean,
he's got that rich guy conditioner, you know, like most old guys with white hair, it starts turning yellow and you see their broken dreams and their long fingernails. Not Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson is like that. He's garaged, you know, like that car you love.
Dude, can I talk about, I got to talk about something real quick. Okay. Bill,
I tried to avoid this topic. I got uncomfortable when you texted me about it, but go ahead.
Dude,
it just was a bad visual.
No, dude, I was in Vegas and I wanted to go to the steam room. And they said, well, do you want a massage? Because the steam and the sauna come with that. And I'm like, I'm all right. And then they say to me, would you like some champagne or a mimosa? And then I go, yeah, I got happy. So then they handed me a fucking champagne and they go, why don't have you ever got a pedicure? And I was like, nah. So they were like, let's get a fucking pedicure, dude. So, dude,
they did not say, let's get a fucking pedicure. They said, would you like a pedicure?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah. And I had champagne and I go in with this lady. She's been doing it like 40 years.
Don't blame the alcohol, Paul. You wanted to get your toes painted. It's fine. It's 2023. Nobody judges anymore.
No, they don't paint your toes. They don't paint your toes. They do.
You know, they put a clear thing on it, Paul. There's a paintbrush. Your toes are there, and that's what they're painting.
Here's what she said. She goes, wow, you got really nice feet. And I was like, thank you. You know, because they're tan and shit.
Jesus.
Anyway, dude, they dunk your feet in this hot tub for a while. And then you just soak it like in like a massage water. And then they basically give you a massage. They polish it. They make sure the nails are good. Dude, it was insane, man. Then they put this like hard rub on your ankle. It was awesome. My feet were brand new when I was done. And I was like, dude, I'm doing this shit. Dude. The rest of my life, I'm getting petties. Yeah, I'm in.
Well, listen, I'm sure your wife is thrilled. I mean, guys' feet, I mean, they usually look like, you know, you've been fucking dragging it down the street with your car door open.
Actually, the woman said the opposite. The woman who's been doing it like 40 years. She was really nice. She said her husband's 6'9", and everybody says he's Michael Jordan because he looks exactly like him, and she goes, I'm not Michael Jordan. And she goes, he's in his 60s, so that doesn't even add up. But he's just like gets tired of it. But she was amazing. And you know what she said? She says women's feet are way worse. She says the ratio of men's feet being better. She goes, the reason why women's feet are worse is because they fucking cram their feet into shoes that don't fit to lift their butt, to lift their legs. They're all fucking scrunched up in those heels. Where she goes, men want more comfort. Men wear the right socks, the right sneakers. Women just put their foot in the fucking thing and they're uncomfortable all night and it fucks their feet up. I thought that was
Hey, Paul, jacking my ass up got me a free house. I'd do it too.
What's it?
I put on a pair of pumps to not have to work.
Wow.
Women do have that option.
That's true. You know what time it is, right?
Oh, well, who was your nominee though? We'll do one a week.
Oh,
we'll do one a week. So we go. Let's go,
Okay.
Jimmy Johnson, because he's older. Teddy Bruschi almost made it.
So
He'll be on the
okay,
ballot
so
again
this
next week. Jimmy Johnson.
All right.
First
All right, and
ballot
next week-
Hair Hall of Fame. Andrew, you got to keep a list of these. All right, and there it is, everybody. Sorry.
Right.
Oh, I know what it's time for. Let the Monday night special.
Wait a minute.
With
Did we
some
win
money
last
for
week?
you.
Did we
Let
win the Monday night special last week?
Special.
No,
How do you know?
because they didn't cover, or it was Minnesota
Oh.
won.
No, dude. Oh, that's right. That's right. We had
Yeah.
it straight up. We had a money line.
Yeah.
We had a money line.
Sorry, I
we had
didn't mean to cover the other one.
No, we had Kirk Cousins throwing one, which happened. We had McCaffrey getting one, which happened, and we had them
You know,
on the
Paul, if 2 out of 3 won you
Money
something
line.
on Monday night, we would kill it.
If the Niners money line hits, okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna get them this week, Bill. I'm sorry.
Paul, this is like the Bears losing streak here. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
By the way,
Let's quit
the Lions-
dicking around here and make some people some fucking money.
The Lions are coming off an embarrassing beating from the Ravens. The Ravens fucking skunked them last week, and they're not happy. They are 8.5-point favorites.
Who against the Raiders? Now, why is it 8.5? Is Jimmy G playing?
I think he is playing. Is Jimmy G playing, Jake?
Now, come on, let's ask the doctor here. Is he playing?
I'm not sure, but I can look it up. But I'm not sure at the moment.
They took him off the field. I think he had an injury, but I think he could be questionable. He could be a game time, whatever. But, dude, the Lions are going to win this game at home after a beating like that.
All right, they're going to win it at home. But, I mean, the Raiders got, like, ridiculous wide receivers. They have 3 glorious targets. They got a great defense. They have that fucking lunatic on defense. Who's that guy? That white dude, Max
Crosby.
Oh, my God. I love that guy. That guy plays the game the way when I grew up. That's how it was fucking played. I mean, he if you put that guy on the Raiders in the 70s, he doesn't look like he time traveled. He looks like, oh, I'm finally in the decade I should be in. I fucking love that guy.
Hey, how about this? Can we do this, Andrew? Can we get Max Crosby 1 sack for this week?
I think we should take the
Yeah,
Raiders.
it should be fine.
I think we should take the fucking Raiders. 8.5 fucking points. I think they got a great D. I don't think the Lions are as good as everybody says they are. I think maybe they'll win. I don't think they're going to cover. I like the Lions. I like the Raiders. I like Max Crosby getting a fucking sack. And I'd like to get a hair transplant. You know, I mean, that's what I like for Monday night.
Jared Goff to throw one?
Jared Goff to throw one. I like that.
That kid's an animal this year. Let's do that. Let's do Jared Goff to throw one, Max Crosby to get a sack. And do you want to just take the Lions with a money
Max
line?
Crosby to get a sack is a pretty big fucking. I mean, they're going to be keen on what's their O-line look like over there?
It's good. They have a good offensive line, but that kid's unbelievable, man. That kid,
Like our intelligence before we went to Iraq, it's damn good.
That kid
It's
will get it
damn
through
good.
there. That kid will
I'll
get
get
through
a
there.
sack.
Get a sack.
Fuck this. All right, let's just Paul. Whatever. Okay, we've gotten this far.
Let's do let's do Lions money line. Let's get these people a win.
What is the money line? You just got to
Just means
pick
the
a
Lions
winner.
got to win a game.
I look. I don't know who's going to win this fucking game. To be honest
Okay,
with you,
so, all right. If you feel
I
like
like
that,
I like the Raiders getting 8.5.
All right.
Let's
Okay.
go. Max Crosby gets a fucking sack,
Jared Goff
and
throws one.
somebody dresses up like fucking Darth Vader's brother in the crowd.
Ooh, can we do that? Can we do a little? There's going to be a Darth Vader.
You know, a
slice?
lot of Raider fans are complaining they don't like Vegas because it doesn't feel like a home game.
No, I know.
Because everybody goes to. I mean, that's great for the franchise because they're going to sell out every game, but they were selling out anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we'll do that then. We'll do Monday Night Special. Max Crosby to get a sack, Jared Goff to throw a touchdown, and we are going to take 8.5 points with the Raiders. That's a good one.
Looks good. Yeah, I don't like that over under. Fuck that. I would take the under. I would take the fucking under all day. 45.5. I'd take the under.
Do that instead?
Do that instead of what?
The points, the 8.5.
No, I like that.
Okay.
The one I was questioning was Max Crosby getting a sack.
You don't think you get in there?
I think he's going to get like 2 or 3. That's why I don't like it. It just seems so fucking easy.
In case we can't build it that way, you want to do an alternate one? Well, we'll swap out the Max Crosby and just add in the under.
Yeah, let's take the under.
So Raiders the under, Goff to throw one. If Max Crosby, if we can't build it that way.
I like how we're taking Raiders. We're betting on the other guy to throw a touchdown.
I know.
While taking the under.
Sometimes they don't even let you build them like that.
Well, see what he says. Hey, listen, it's our show. We make the rules. We're above 500.
No, they'll do it if they
I think
can.
we're at 500 with my 3 losses this week. My apologies.
No,
I'm
we're
at 500.
We're two above.
Are you 2 games above 500?
I'm 15 and 13. Yes.
Are you in the 8th grade? What movie?
Oh shit! Damn it! I don't
Midnight
know.
Run. Midnight Run. All right. Oh, why didn't I put on my sunglasses? Because I left them at the wedding.
Oh man.
Hey, Paul, it happens. You know, you go to a wedding and it fucking happens. All right, I got to get out of here because I got fucking. I got to do my Thursday bullshit here. All right.
All right. Well, this has been a preview for week number 8 for the NFL for the Anything Better podcast, sponsored by BetMGM. Guys, all you do is you bet a minimum of $10, you get $200, regardless of the outcome of the first bet.
Regardless, Freddie Soto.
Yep. Use bonus code Rest of Soul. Use bonus code Burr200 BURR 200. Okay. You do the survivor pool. Okay, which we have. Pick a game every week. Team gets eliminated. You keep going. And there you have it. Bet responsibly. $10 gets you 200, everybody. Enjoy the week. Let's go Raiders.